Hey guys, today I want to show you kind of how I do my eyebrows every day. Um, if you know me at all, you know that eyebrows are like the most important part to my makeup routine. RIP to the days that I didn't fill in my eyebrows. Um, Ever since I started doing that, it's kind of been life changing for me, and now I kind of can't leave the house without filling in my eyebrows at least a little bit. I do have them filled in a tiny bit right now. Went for a little bit more of like a natural kind of look, but I want to show you on one eyebrow like kind of what I mean with a more natural kind of look, and then on the other one I want to do that kind of popular Instagram kind of look that people are obsessing over right now. So I'm gonna run and take off the makeup I have right now, and then I'll walk you through how I do everything. Alright, so I have washed my face. I took off pretty much all my makeup, but I did leave on my mascara. This being my first video I'm posting, I wasn't trying to scare you guys going full naked mole rat. As you can see, my eyebrows are very light, which is why eyebrow tutorials are very, very important to me, and that's another reason why I chose to do this one as my first one ever. But I did leave on the mascara not to scare you guys away on my very first one. So I always prime my face first. It does not matter if you want to fill in your brows before you do your makeup or if you want to do your face makeup before you do your eyebrows. I always do that first, so I'm going to continue to do it that way. I have been using lately this Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. And then I'm just going to quickly do my foundation. I have been using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. It's $5 at Walmart, and it works really nicely. So I'm just going to do this really quick, and then we'll get into the eyebrows. I am going to just set my face really quick with some translucent powder. This is actually a powder foundation. If that doesn't tell you right there how full coverage I need to be at all times, well, I'm using a foundation on top of my foundation. So now that my face is set like a little bit, I wanted to do that before I did my brows just so the brow product isn't sliding around so much. This product that I'm using, I just bought it. It's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit in the shade number 2. It's honestly almost the exact same color, like shade-wise, as the Anastasia Brow Definer in the shade Taupe, which I cannot find right now. Here it is. I use the shade Taupe in the Anastasia Brow Definer, which I have found is a very versatile shade. I have no eyebrows, basically. And then Manny MUA, if you know who that is, he also uses the shade Taupe, and we are like polar opposites in like eye hair color stuff, you know. So I'll show you guys this. I'm almost out of it, which is why I bought this, and Sephora was out, and it's a long story. So we'll just do a little swatcheroo here of this is the brow definer, and a swatch. Keep opening on again. Of number 2 in the Goof Proof is the bottom one, and then the brow definer is the top one. They're literally almost identical. So I'm going to be using this today. I just started using it considering it is nearly the same as the brow definer that I've been using for probably 2 years now. I actually really like it. So first I always brush my eyebrows up to get the full like fanned look of my eyebrows. But if you're just starting out and you don't really know how your eyebrows naturally arch, you can always brush your eyebrows down, and it doesn't work as well with someone as light haired as me, but you can tell where the hair starts to grow. So since I have it kind of memorized where my eyebrows arch, I brush them up right away. Skip that step of brushing them down. And then on this eye, I'm going to do a more like natural look, and then on my left one, I'll do more of like an Instagram one. So for both, regardless, you're just going to start by drawing that line underneath your eyebrow to kind of trace just the bottom part. If you have little stray hairs that kind of don't go with the way you want your eyebrow to look, just ignore them, and we'll get to that step later on. I'm just starting to draw a line on top, and I start only about halfway across my eyebrow with that second line on top, basically just the arch and then the tail. Okay, so you can see there's a line on the top, or on the bottom, and then kind of half a line on the top, and you can see that in the middle there's some spaces that need to be filled in. So now I'm just going to take this pointy edge that's like angled upward, I'm going to take that and make little hair-like strokes at the front of my brow. And now that that's done, I'm going to just fill in the rest. This is a step you can be a little bit more sloppy with. Perfect. Okay, so then now that that's done, just to kind of even it everything out, I'm going to take the spoolie end of the brush and just brush everything upwards again. And then that's a decently natural kind of look for my eyebrow. When I'm like going to work or something not exciting, I usually just kind of do something like this. It's quick, it literally took probably 2 minutes. And now on this left eyebrow, which is my problem eyebrow, I'm gonna try harder, do the more like Instagram popular eyebrow look. So same thing again, that bottom line and then that half line on the top. And then same thing with the hair strokes with the pointy part of the whatever brow device you chose to use. Alright, so then with this eyebrow, I did use a little bit more pressure. I did darken it a little bit just so it looks like I have eyebrows and not puppy dog eyebrows as my mom calls it. So you can see that this one is a touch darker, but I'm extra, so I want it darker than what it is. So what I've been doing lately is taking this NYX eyebrow like mascara, if you will, in the shade Chocolate, and just going over it to kind of tint the hairs that I already do have. And then it's like there's kind of that background color with like dark hairs on top. If you have dark hair already, lucky you, this step is unnecessary. Alright, and then another step that I tend to skip all the time, but when I don't, I get a lot of compliments on my eyebrows, is concealer. I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Beige, which is like the whitest one. Just kidding, actually there's a huge shade range for these and there's probably like 10 lighter than this, so good for you, Tarte. And then I use a flat brush, which of course has gone missing the moment I need it, because that is how life works. Found it. This is a Morphe brush. It's just a flat tip Morphe brush. It doesn't have numbers or letters on the side of it, so it looks like this. And I just take the little wand out, dab a little concealer on the end of it, and just carve out that brow. Usually start on the bottom, and I always like raise my eyebrows so then like they don't move as much, so there's not much room for mistakes. I need as little room for mistakes as possible. And like I said earlier, if you have those little hairs that don't fall into place with the rest of your brow that you probably should wax but you're too lazy to right now, you can just pretend they don't exist with this tip here, with this concealer. you just say, sorry, I don't have time to wax you right now, but I'm just gonna cover you up with some concealer. And that is where having really light hair comes in handy. It's about the only time having really light hair comes in handy. That and shaving your legs. Like, I actually think I shave my legs like 12 times a year. I know that's disgusting, but I can, so. And then the last step will be to set your eyebrows with clear setting gel. Another step I skip quite often. This is the Anastasia setting gel. And you can tell this one is a little darker. I did not blend my concealer very well. So with that concealer, you can tell it's a little bit more cut out, a little bit more dramatic, which is what I mean by that Instagram kind of look. Okay, so that's it. And then just one little pro tip in there. If you are just starting out and you don't really know how your eyebrows work, you can always use a straight edge and make sure the end of your eyebrow lines up with the edge of your nose, the tail with the edge of your nose at an angle, and then the arch is in the middle of your pupil. Just like that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time showing you guys how to do this. So, thank you.